Alright, so I just sat down in the middle of a road in the middle of nowhere, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about the difference between French speakers and English speakers. Not only like English native speakers, but all the people around the world that learn to speak English. Because right now, I think most people, like pretty much half the population, can speak English, like in advanced country, even more than that. But there's a big difference I saw, I understood between the people that are in France and that only talk French and the people that are in France or whatever that talks another language. Firstly, they're way more open-minded. Like, you know, I use this channel to talk about my life, my ambitions, what I want to do, and the most people here on this channel that understand me when I talk in English were way more understanding, way more enthusiastic, and way more kind, like way more gentle. And they were always trying to make me keep keep my head up. Like, French people, I mean French speakers tend to make me like try and put my head down and that I'm a little shit and everything that I'm saying is just impossible and life is shit. You will have a shit life like everyone else. But English speakers tend to be way more appreciable. Like I'm not starting to hate my own country and my own people. Like most French people are actually very kind. But when you start talking about money, business, ambitions, like living a life a bit different, not something crazy. Like I was talking some numbers, maybe that was a bit much, but I was saying like 10K a month. And I maybe in my video it seems like I'm saying that like it's nothing. I'm never saying that 10K a month is nothing. But if you're American watching that, you know that 10K a month is not that much, especially in your country. But here in France, when you start to say, I want to make more than 2K a month, people start fucking kidding you, man. They're starting to say, no, it's not possible. You will never make it. The only way, you need to study and get a good job, okay? You can't do anything other than that. But bro, what if I want to enjoy my life a little bit? I don't want to be like some angry bastard like you. I want to be a cool guy, you know. And I'm not saying it's everyone, because especially in France, I still met a lot of people with my videos that were so fucking cool, so fucking kind, and I can only tag them. But the difference is that they were talking in English too, because they're watching my French videos and they're also watching my English videos. So I think, when you start and learn a new language, you tend to be way more open-minded about everything. And I think it's great. Like, you need to open your mind, because whether it's in life or whatever you're doing, there will not be one solution, one way. People tend to think that life is always that or that, like either you work a job or either you're unemployed. But in France, just trying thing is being a loser. And the only thing that I like with my generation, in France, is that it's starting to change, because a lot of people are starting to wake up and be like, yeah, this can be like that. And most people, they're still going to college, doing their normal life, and I can't trash talk them for that, because they're just doing what they enjoy or for them seems to be the best option. And I will never, criticize anybody for what they're doing with their life, because I can't really understand anyone except myself. Maybe I can understand some people if they're trying to really explain their situation, but when you just see somebody doing something, you can't really know what's beyond their mind. So when I say I just want to travel the world and try and do some crazy shit on the internet, people here, they were really supportive. They were like, I feel the same as you can do it. People tend to subscribe more, and they were really understanding. They were really kind. I got some great response, and I did the same video in French, because that was a test for me, okay? Even though the video did well in English and in French, it was a test for me. And the reason it did better in French than in English, firstly, of course, my French channel has more subscribers. But secondly, it was because there was a lot of people that were so negative with what I was saying. Like a lot of people were trying to putting me down and saying that I'm a worthless piece of shit. You know, maybe in a better way, but they were saying what you're saying is impossible. You're seeing life like it's too easy. But what would I play a game and think to myself, this is impossible? Like, do you think I can go somewhere if I start thinking this is impossible? Like, I wouldn't even try if it was impossible, you know? Why did so many people succeed if it was impossible? Right? That's some crazy shit to say, man. Like, if everything was impossible, nobody would do shit, you know? And if anything was impossible, there would be nothing around here. Like, there wouldn't be some, you know, something where the cars go, those little electric things, you know, there wouldn't be nothing here because things are possible, you know. One day some humans woke up and they said, you know, we're gonna make Wi-Fi out of nothing. Like, bro, everything's fucking possible in this world, so why not try at least, you know? Like, why accept the fact that your life's gonna be shit when it's not even shit? Like, I always say that, but when, you know, I live in an advanced country, and even though I'm always trash talking friends, especially on this channel, it's still a great country to be in, man. Like, the atmosphere is not that bad. The only problems is that there's the economy is shit, there's no job, and you know, the countryside is starting to die. But I think it's pretty much in every country that's like that. So, you know, at least I get to be in a country where I still had free education, you know, even though it was not the best. I still had a lot of things, you know, and for me, buying like a camera like the one that I have wasn't too expensive. Like, still hurt my butt, but that was all right, you know. I could do it. Like, I could allow myself to buy that camera. But imagine if I was born like in Bangladesh. This camera, maybe I would pay it less, but it would cost me like 3 months, maybe 5 months salary. Like, I couldn't do it, you know. I couldn't try, and so that's why it's very harder, you know. You're still lucky. But if you're watching this from like a country like that, you know, or a pretty poor country, see that as an opportunity, because it's pretty hard to grow from nothing. But you have a phone and you're like in an undeveloped country. If you learn a skill from your phone, maybe you can just do video editing, right? You can use prices that are very cheap compared to the market, right? And you can start and get clients and you can really live great out of it. I know someone from, I think it's Congo, you know, in Africa, is making, I think it's like $400 a month. And he's living a comfortable life, you know, it's really doable. But here with $400, you're not doing shit, right? So take advantage of this and try and make money, you know, in other countries, see the opportunities. And that's what I'm gonna do, even in France, because there will still be countries in the world that will make more money than here. Actually, there is even a lot, because here the salary is pretty shit. You know, I was talking about going to Australia, but you know, I can just go to the United States or whatever. If I get to work there, I will make a shit ton of money compared to what I could earn here, you know. And also, I know that the work market is a bit easier, even though it's pretty hard if you don't know anybody, but you can do it. But anyway, the subject of this video, because I started to being lost, but there's a shit ton of difference in the mindset, in the way that people see the world and see the things, whether they talk in English or not. And if you're watching this video and you only have one language, I highly recommend you start and learn another language, a different culture, because it's gonna open your mind. You're gonna start having different sees, like different way to see the world, right? And I think it's really opening some doors, you know. you get some keys to open some doors, and that's very, very great. Also, I learned something. Sharks, they can't stop moving in life, all right? Because if they stop moving, they die. And I think as human, we're pretty much the same. But we're not dying in a way, like, oh no, fuck, I'm gonna die. Uh, but more in like you die from the inside. If you stop moving, if you stop doing shit all the time, trying new things, going out, having social life. Like yesterday, I just went to the gym and I talked to a girl, and we were just having a pretty chill conversation, nothing weird, nothing like, but it was great. I was like, I'm talking with someone, I'm exercising. That's great, you don't need much, but you need to do something, because the moment you start doing nothing, that's where the thoughts gonna kick in. That's where all the negative shit's going to start to kick in. But if you start speeding, I'm not telling you to start and go speed running life, because I see a lot of people that are very young and already making a lot of money. They end up being even more lost than I am. But try and do some shit, okay? Enjoy you, especially if you're young, enjoy your life, because we're going right into a wall right now. It's pretty hard everywhere, so enjoy it, right? And that's what I'm gonna do, but you guys will see that soon enough. So thanks for watching, and I see you guys tomorrow.